Hello and welcome back to the channel where we are making a video game from scratch using Love2d and Lua. We're working on getting some sound effects implemented into our game. So our buddy Kane made some sound effects for us, so we're trying to implement them one by one. Last episode we got some of the bat flapping and the bat spit and the bat hurt sound, as well as the cleansing sound. So we're going to continue to go along. You know, we might as well stay with what we need in the dungeon, which is the player fall sound. We need the mineral unsocket as well as mineral collect. And we need probably also the fire spell successful cast sound, which we don't have any version of that. So that's what's on the list today. I'm going to stop the title cycles music because we need to hear certain things, or I might just run this really quietly just so it's not like dead silent. Oh, I don't know if this will work since we use Super Collider on title cycles. But yeah, we're just going to be implementing some sound effects today. Probably only be like 30 minutes to an hour or so of implementation because I've got work in the morning. It won't let me. It might be mad that Super Collider's open. It just won't do it. Okay, there we go. I was hitting Control R, not Alt R, my bad. It's Control E to start title cycles, which kind of threw me off. Okay. So let's take a look at the sounds we have added. They're in our SFX table. And we did bat damage, spit, flap, cleanse. We need coin pickup, Tashio falling. So let's do Tashio falling, I guess. So what is tough? Really, man. That's just so annoying. Dude, we're connected. It looks like we have fast enough internet. This just drives me crazy, man. Okay. So might as well do coin pickup. It's next. And then we'll do the Tashio falling as well. Dude, our upload speeds. We've got plenty of upload speed. So I don't know why we're crapping out. Okay. Anyway. Let's do this coin pickup. So we have this coin count. I'm going to look for when we increment our coin count because we're trying to play our coin sound, our coin pickup. So right here, if we collide with a coin, we do this. So why don't we go ahead and go into our sound effects table, into the coin pickup, and play that. We're gonna have to check. We're gonna have to check this other. This one, because this is where the coin is. Coin pickup and nil values. SFX coin pickup. Okay. Coin pickup. Oh, sounds table. Coin hyphen pickup. Coin pickup, nil value again. It's not sounds, it's SFX. That should be it. That's the one right there. Okay. This should be it. 5th time's a charm. There we go. Alright, so that's Kane's coin pickup sound. I'm loving it, dude. I think it sounds good. It is a lot easier to hear than the other one. Easier on the ears. Let's go for falling now. SFX Tashio falling. Okay. So we need to trigger this once we trigger Tashio falling into a chasm. And it is just Tashio falling, Tashio tack falling. We should probably... Part of me wants to go, you know, like to stay with this naming convention of camel case. Doesn't really matter, but let's go Tashio falling. So we need to find where we are saying that Tashio falling gets true, essentially. And it's not... Actually, yeah, we might want the falling sound if we push a crate that falls. But... it's almost like... falling true, chasm falling. So if... Because the issue here is we only want to play the sound once, right when we trigger a fall, but not while we're falling. We just want to play it once we trigger the fall. So it might be this whenever we assign this chasm falling to be true, which looks to be like in the method of the collision detection for the player. Right here in the player, yeah. If chasm falling return true. But even then, the chasm falling is true for a certain amount of time until we pass this chasm time, chasm fall time, whatever this is called, chasm fall anim timer. Jeez. So we don't want to play it just if chasm falling is true. So how would we... Yo, Loki, what's up? Good evening. Yeah, basically right when we become... Because I'm trying to think. Because just because we collide with a chasm doesn't mean we've actually triggered the fall animation. So it's kind of like when we trigger the falling animation, at that point we play the sound only if it's not already playing. So when we do this right here, once we do this chasm fall, once we become falling, you know, right at this point in time, we're not falling. So let's just say if, you know, if our player is not already falling. So we'll say if not falling. We also want to say, yeah, I guess if we're not falling at this point in time, then what we want to do is play the fall sound only once. So we can say if it's not already playing, so SFX Tashio falling, and we can run the is playing method here. So we say if not is playing, then we're going to play it. Just because this chasm fall timer is true longer than 1 frame. So we're going to say, let's go ahead, play that sound if we're not already falling, because we, like, our fall timer progresses once it passes this fall animation timer, which is like you've been colliding with the chasm for X amount of seconds or half seconds. Therefore, we need to trigger you to be falling and no longer chasm falling. Chasm falling is like the gravity suck that pulls you in. So we're going to say, okay, well, if Tashio Falling's not already playing, then let's go ahead and play Tashio Fall. So let's try that. Tashio Falling. Should play right off the bat here. Nice. Let's try it again. Let's get spit into it. Nice. Okay. We've got chasm falling in there. Do we want to do... Oh, man, dude. Really bugs me. We keep crashing. I think we have 2 options for this falling sound, but I think we just keep this one. Nah, we're still disconnected. This is so frustrating. Then it's going to run ads again in 3 seconds. Okay, so we've got the falling. I'm trying to think. I kind of think we should... There should probably be another fall sound just for non-player fallables, like the crate or the boulder. So let's just keep with the plan of going 1 sound effect at a time. And we have the game over sounds now. Okay. Game over, game over. 1, 2, and 3. Game over 1, 2, and 3. Let's hear what these sound like, because I know there's very specific scenarios where we need to play each of those. Here's game over 1. Oh yeah, that's good. That's maybe my favorite sound effect. Okay, that looks like, that sounds like a chasm fall. Okay. Okay. I think V1 is for a death on ground, and V3 is a death in a chasm. And maybe game over 2 is a different kind of death. I don't know. But we've got 3 to choose from. So there is a moment in time where we say game over gets true, just as like to pull over. If we've been dead for longer than 2 seconds, this is a normal death. So we're gonna say sound effects table, index, game over 1. And we only want to do this if not already game over. Because we don't want to play this more than once. So once game over gets true, we cannot play this again because it will be game over. So let's see. Let's hear if we got the game over sound in place. Okay, we just need to take some hits here. Oh, that's exactly what we didn't need. Dude, oh, what did we crash on there? That shouldn't have crashed. I'll have to go see what we crashed there. We need to die on the ground. Okay, here we go. This is it. Okay. We don't want it. We don't want it on the game over. We want it when we have this dead timer. So once we initialize this dead timer, if we're dead. Okay, so when do we become dead? Yo, what up, Squinch? Yo, we're getting the stream has already crashed like 5 times tonight, so it's not looking good. I don't know why. We have very fast internet. I don't know why. I don't know, dude. I don't know. I mean, I'm plugged into the Ethernet. We have very fast upload speed. I don't know why. It just craps out. It's really annoying. Okay, so let's try this. And it keeps running the ads. Like, I've crashed like 5 times and it crashes like right after the ads are done running. And then when we get back online, it just runs ads straight again. Here we go. It did work. It just like wasn't that loud. We could maybe boost the audio gain, because we can kind of turn things down easier than we can turn things up, because I think it's just like a gain of 1 to 0 for loud and off. So if we want it louder than it currently is, we need to actually modify the file itself. So this game over 1 is what it was. Let's do this. Let's just see how long. Dude, I swear that too, where it's like, I was like, really, Twitch? Like, my internet's fine. I can load a video while I'm crashed. Or, yeah, I mean, I guess upload speed is one thing, but I don't know. I think it's a ploy too. They just want to run more ads. Yeah, see, this is negative 26 loss. That's very quiet. Oh, man. Okay. Let's do that. We, like, doubled the loudness. Okay, let's see. Okay, that does sound better. Okay, it is louder. It kind of like crept on a little slower than I thought it would. Uh-oh. The heck? Okay, we gotta disable the minimap when you're dead, because that was still working. Okay, so we got game over 1. Let's see the loudness of game over 3, because we might need to turn that one up too. No, that's probably okay. It does look quiet, actually. Yeah. Let's just boost it just a bit. Okay, so that is a chasm death on game over 3. So let's do a... Where do we trigger? I guess we could maybe trigger this. You know, because we could either trigger it the moment you become chasm falling and you have only 1 heart, or we can trigger it the instant it switches to the chasm fall state. And I'm kind of thinking probably chasm fall state. So I want to say when we initialize this, we just want to play from the sound effects table the game over 3. I think we can do this. So let's try this. So let's die in a chasm. And let's go... Oops. Let's put our health down to like 2 or something. Okay, so we want to die in a chasm here. It played both. It played both. Because it played one when we died, but then it switched over. So yeah, it played both. So how do we define normal death with a death by a chasm. When do we change into the chasm falling state? What is it even called? It might be in our declaration for chasm fall. No. It's under a state machine. Huh. What's up, Melaneth? Okay, it's not part of the player. It's part of the game state machine, not the player state machine. So is that in our main? We do have a chasm falling state. Okay, so where do we change to chasm falling state? We do it right here in our map. Okay, so I think we just add why does this change to a chasm fall state though? Oh, it's because this is counting if we're falling. Okay. No, well, I mean, Lua is really friendly with that sort of stuff, so I don't know too much about it, but it definitely does help my development process. Okay, so if we have less than or equal to 0 health and we were falling, we change a state to a chasm state. So I'm kind of thinking we play the game over sound here. So when we go to say game over 3, we'll play game over 3 here, but then let's turn off the game over 3 from the falling state here, and we'll also go back to where we play our game over 1 and make sure that we only play game over 1 if we're not falling. So, because if we're falling, we need to play only the chasm falling death animation. So if we're not falling, then we can go ahead and play game over 1. So let's hear. Sorry, man, we've been crashing all day. Okay, here we go. So let's die above ground. Okay, that sounded right. Now let's try to die in the chasm. It played them both. It played them both still. So it's telling me... Yeah, it still played this game over 1 death. Let's see if we can hear it. If we don't have that turned on. It played a couple different sounds. It sounded like it played a couple different sounds. Let me try to hear what it played. Okay, I think it played the hurt sound. Oh shit, man. Oh man. So it looks like we crash if we die and then fall into a hole. Because our player death state had a bad argument too. So bad argument 2 means that it didn't have a good frame for an animation, even though we snag it right here. Okay. So we have two problems. The game over is playing upon a death. If we have no health and we're not already dead, then if we're not falling, I think we need... Is it chasm falling? If we're not chasm falling, then we would play our game over 1 sound. So let's hear if we fall into the chasm and die. Let's hear it. It still played it, man. It still played it. Now we become dead here. If our player has a player death sound or a state, we still have to kind of calculate like what kind of death. Was it a death in a chasm or was it a death on the ground? Okay, so I got an idea. Maybe what we do is maybe we go back to the game over 3. And instead of playing this here when we actually change the state, we're going to put it in our player falling chasm state. We're going to put it back here, but we're also going to say, let's just not play the game over 1 sound. So we make sure we stop that sound because we're in the falling chasm state. And then we don't have to worry about game over 1 accidentally playing because we stop it in this state. But we do need to also stop the Tashio hurt sound. And then... Yeah, that's a good idea, Melaneth. Yeah, I really should do that. Because, yeah, it kind of sucks to have to say... to have these little, like, conditions so that it only plays it once. So, like, yeah, I think you're onto something with that. Just send the... just trigger some events. It still played it. It still played it. That's weird. That's really weird. Man, dude. Where is it? Okay, let's... I'm just curious. If we put this in the update for Falling Chasm State, it should stop it. Yes, okay. So it looks like it just didn't like it when it's in the init. So that is so weird. Why would it... It might be playing it again. It's gotta be playing this again somewhere. Oh. Yeah, honestly, and this is my first game. So this is like a big learning experience, so I don't know what I'm doing 90% of the time, but I'm definitely trying to figure it out. Okay, so it sounds like we're playing Game Over 1 still. Even though the only time we play Game Over 1 is right here. And it's... I guess this is... Oh, this is in the player class. So... Yeah, it could be playing over again. I guess... Is my player still dead? And maybe not dead. This is redundant. This is already in a not dead clause. So what was going right here? We only want to play this if we're not... Let's hear if it plays more than once. Because the player class might just be triggering it by being updated. Still played the wrong sound. Okay. The only thing I could think of is that the Falling Chasm state might just be reverting player to not dead. We don't do that. Okay, so this is still playing when we're in the wrong state machine. So we have... We do... Oh, well... We do have a death sound that's playing. That's half wrong. So if we die... I don't know if my death sound is... Or my death boolean is triggered the instant we die, like take damage, or if it turns dead the time we're done with the death animation. I guess since this is triggering the death animation, it's probably right when we die. So if we have smaller than 0 health or 0 health and we're not already dead, then we become dead. Change state to player death. Play our game over 1 sound. Shit. I'm looking at that code right now, Melaneth. So the game over 1 works fine on ground, but on chasm death, it still plays 2. So you've got this state machine, FSM, set meta table, handle event just gets... Okay, so you can do a handle start and handle stop. Okay, cool. What does FSM stand for? State manager? Because like that is that probably will help. I do want to do something like that, but this is still like my misunderstanding of what's happening is preventing me from doing it right too. So it's like I'm trying to figure out why it's wrong so that I can make sure we don't screw it up. Cause we change, let me see. Man, it would be like if chasm falling. If not self.falling, I feel like we do want to do this. It shouldn't play. It shouldn't play if we're falling. You're sending events, not just changing states, and the states can do different things. Gosh, dude. I don't get why we keep crashing. So annoying. Wow, that is so bad. We must be... Well, we just crashed, so it's gonna put new ads in another 1 minute, so it really sucks. I don't know what to do different. I mean, I've got very fast upload speed right now, so I don't know why. Okay, let's print up whether or not our player's falling and just see if we're misunderstanding something. No, I don't know how to do that. Well, we stopped printing falling. That was in the play state. Okay, well, let's do it in the falling chasm state. Okay, yeah. Okay, so let's not use falling because that is just the wrong boolean to check. It should be if not game over. Right? Well, no, because game over. Yeah, game over is actually for the on-screen dying above ground game over. So this might work. If not game over. Nope. Nope. If game over, we want to play the game over sound. Only if it's game over. So this should be game over is dying on top, so let's hear it. We're not trying to hear it. There we go. That's right. Now let's hear it if we have a game over on the ground. It should play that game over 1 sound. Okay, we should have it here. We didn't hear it. We did not hear it. Packet loss to my ISP router. I don't know how to check the packet loss to the ISP router. I mean, I'm plugged in Ethernet to it, so... traceroute.google.com. I don't know how to traceroute Google. Sorry, I don't know what that means. Okay, I think we need to just move this once we... I am on Windows, yes. Okay, I got an idea. We can do this game over 1 stop in the falling chasm state. So if it is playing, then let's just stop it from playing in the update for chasm falling state. So let's test traceroute is a command, trace RT is the command. Okay, I'll give it a shot. Okay, so that worked. It played the game over sound, so we're looking for the game over 3 sound once we fall in a chasm like this. Nice. Okay. Let's get rid of our falling debug here. Okay, here, let's... I don't know what traceroute does. This is in my Windows subsystem for Linux, so I might have to do the Windows PowerShell. Oh, no, that is Windows PowerShell. Okay. Yeah, I just took it off for that. I'm just... I'm trying to look... I got 4 hits on it. It says a maximum of 30 hops. Over a maximum of 30 hops. So the 100 address is what you care about being able to get to without dropping packets. I don't see a 100 IP. You've got it. I've got all the, it's not even IP, it's like the longer IP, you know, with like the 4 numbers and... Yeah, it's like the longer IP. I don't remember what those are called. I did get a request timeout for one of these Comcast.net. Yeah, I think it is V6 because yeah, it's like big ol' numbers. Yeah, it says request timed out, pinging to Comcast.net or something. Oh, okay. I don't know how to tell. I don't know how to tell if I'm dumping those packets. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't even know how to. I don't know what to do to even try to fix that. Because like I can't really do anything, right? Even if I figure out it's busted. Oh, finding the upstream router. Okay. Oh my gosh, we just dropped. Router IP. Okay. Fuck. We're gonna have to end stream, man. I mean, we got the game over sounds. We got the game over sounds in, which is nice, but I would have liked to get a little bit more done. I'll just call it a night here because this is kind of crazy. So we added the coin pickup sounds and the game over sounds. Okay, well, we are gonna raid out. Yeah, I'll try to figure out why my internet is so bad, but I'm calling it a night. It is too many crashes for me. Thanks for hanging, y'all. I'll be back tomorrow and we'll get some more game programming done. Thanks for the help, Melanith. I'll check that out. I'll check out that stuff and I'll see if I can figure it out. But yeah, peace out. I'll be back tomorrow.